My fiance's parents are wanting to come move all of his stuff out of our apartment. Okay, I need help and fast. My fiance 3 weeks ago had a golf ball-sized tumor removed from his brain. It is an aggressive form of cancer. We still don't know what kind yet. His mother called me yesterday and told me he's not coming back to our apartment ever. They are planning on hiring a moving company to come in and pack up all of his stuff and move it all to Mississippi, where they live. She also told me they're taking my cat, which is a cat I adopted from the local shelter. He is adopted under my name, plus taking a dog I have that was given to me, which I have proof she was given to me. They are also trying to get medical power of attorney over him. His medical team says he is capable of making his own choices at this point. The medical team at this point says all he needs is rehab to learn to stand and walk again. His memory is great but not perfect. He gets tired quickly, but he is otherwise okay. He's told me he doesn't want his stuff moved, nor does he want to leave me. Is there anything we can do to stop them? We live in Arizona. Well, thanks for the advice and rewards. I'll update with what his caseworker says as soon as I know something. Fiancé should consult with a lawyer. If he doesn't want his parents to have medical power of attorney, they cannot force it. However, if and when he becomes incompetent, they can apply to be his guardian, and probably would be appointed instead of you, giving that as fiancé you really have no legal standing at present. If he wants you to be the one to take care of him and make medical decisions for him down the road, he needs to take some action, such as a medical power of attorney appointing you. If he wants you to make financial decisions for him down the road, he could give you a general power of attorney. You are under no obligation to allow his parents, movers, or anyone else into your home. Tell them no. If they show up, tell them to leave. If they won't leave, call the police. Your boyfriend can tell the parents no and that he is not moving, and stop any attempt by a moving company to remove his goods. You can deny the parents any possession of your animals. This is hire an attorney territory. If your fiancé has the ability to think and act on his own, then he can do so, and his parents cannot stop him. Nor can they simply move his possessions. And certainly not your pets. Even with the medical POA, listening to his doctors is, of course, critical. If he can do rehab in AS, there's no reason for him to not do it in AS, especially if his insurance will not cover the expenses in MS. It's also possible, based on this week's NY Times reporting, that Mississippi's increasing COVID infection rates could be a greater danger to him in his medically compromised state. Ask his doctors about that. You might also want to consider whether your future in-laws are doing this to remove you from his life. Ensure that there is no possible way for them to access your animals, because if they take them, there is a good chance you won't be able to get them back. The court process is bad at animal custody. Is there any chance that they could obtain your boyfriend's key to the home? If so, you should consider changing the locks. If the medical team are on your side, then they don't have a leg to stand on, and this could be used to help you at a POA hearing. You don't just lose capacity, you have to be judged to lack it. And from what you're saying, if the medical team don't think he lacks it, then it's too bad. So sad for the parents. As for entry into your property, you are within your legal rights to deny it. Call the police if they won't leave. If they manage to enter and take the animals, we call that theft. Call the police. Show them the proof and let them deal with it. You are absolutely in the right here, both morally and legally speaking. You don't have to let anyone into your residence, not even if the moving company has already been paid for and shows up to your place. You don't have to let them in. If your fiancé is capable of making medical decisions at this point, One medical, legal decision he might wish to make is to formally appoint someone to act as a medical power of attorney for him. If he wants that to be you, then getting that preference formally and legally documented could be very helpful in the future. This thread is rife with excellent advice concerning the pets. Just in case, place aside any paperwork that affirms ownership. Vet bills, microchip paperwork, vaccine records, and a few photos to prove continued ownership. Pets are considered property. A microchipped pet is considered the property of whoever has the chip registered. If his family comes and tries to take the animals, call the police and tell them someone is stealing your pets, and you have the paperwork. Detain, prevent the parents from leaving with items and pets until the police arrive. Depending on if you can, you'll wanna change your locks in case his parents have a spare set, or somehow get the hospital to surrender his keys to them. Since the hospital has already deemed your fiancé as capable of medical decisions, if the parents come for his things against his will, it's likely theft, too. Have your fiancé make a living will ASAP. Also, it should include his medical wishes and who he wants making decisions for him if he is unable to. The hospital should have a social worker who can help facilitate him asserting his rights. Most likely the social worker is already part of the care team, but if not, you can get in touch and tell them he is looking for their help. First, call a lawyer to talk about medical power of attorney. Second, alert his doctor and care team. They can help protect your son from these people while he's still in the hospital. They can make it so that no visitors beyond approved visitors are allowed anywhere near your son. Nurses do not fuck around with this sort of nonsense and are a very valuable resource. So let them know. Third, change the locks on your apartment and get a video doorbell. Fourth, if all else fails, you were already intending to get married anyway. Get married now. They will have to contest you and your marriage to try to get power over their son, which will essentially prevent any of this BS they're saying. The hospital has a chaplain. Talk to them. I dealt with a crazy monster-in-law like this. You can't be nice to these folks. You can be decent, but you don't have to be nice. You have to draw very hard boundaries in the sand, and it fucking sucks that you have to deal with this right now, but if they're going to threaten your son, then it's time to shine up that backbone and do what must be done. Best wishes to you and your son for a speedy and uneventful recovery. Also, tell him way to go kicking cancer's ass. He's a badass. As far as them wanting his stuff, no is a complete answer. You don't have to let him into your apartment. Let your landlord know that no one is to be allowed into your house if you're not there. If they show up, call the police and have them trespassed. If his physicians at the hospital have said he is capable of making his own decisions, that will carry great weight with a judge. So you have that going for you. As others have said, ask his rehab facility for a case manager to assist in getting a POA appointed. Since he is capable of making his own decisions, he can sign his own POA papers, and the rehab facility can do everything in-house. He can designate you, and then his parents would have to sue in order to override that. Source: RN of 10 years. I have medical power of attorney for a cousin, so I have gone through this. Your fiancé needs to immediately consult an attorney. There is a simple form to fill out for medical power of attorney. He should also make out a regular power of attorney giving that to you so that his parents can't take over your life if he for some reason becomes incapacitated. He should also make out a will. You might do all of this for yourself at the same time so that it is less stressful for him. If he is over 21, his parents would have to go to court to get any kind of power of attorney. That is very difficult to do and takes months. Good luck to both of you. His parents sound horrible. Last time I posted, I got a temporary ban. I read the rules, so I think I am okay. As he is of sound mind, he needs an advance directive immediately. He can write down what medical treatment he wants if things get bad. Who will make his decisions if no longer able? You, and any after-death decisions. Once witnessed or notarized, he turns it into his healthcare provider, who scans it into his permanent file. Therefore, the AD overturns any decisions from overwrought, interfering family members. So whatever you do, don't open the door of your house to them. They cannot force their way into the house. If they do somehow do that, you need to call the police immediately for trespassing and attempted or successful theft. If the medical team believes he is competent enough to make decisions, they probably won't be able to actually do anything but make sure to contact a lawyer ASAP. In regards to them threatening to take his things and your animals, don't let them in. I saw in your comments that they do not have access to your home. Keep it that way. If they enter without permission, it could be considered breaking and entering, trespassing. Someone suggested a paper trail, if you can get it in words, that they are attempting to get inside your home and take your things. You have more evidence of that to only help your case if you have to make a police report or go to court. As far as the power of attorney, you should really consider consulting a lawyer. I'm sure you can find one in your state that gives free or cheaper consultations. Professional public guardian here, not a lawyer. My best advice to you is to marry him quick, before his parents can do any of the above. They potentially still could, but being married will make it significantly harder for them. Seriously, haul ass to the courthouse and do the deed. Next, have a POA drafted naming you and have him sign it. I hope your boyfriend has a speedy recovery, but you should plan for what you want to happen if he becomes incapable of making decisions, and what he wants to happen in the event of his death. You'll want to do it ASAP because he needs to be mentally capable of making decisions. Do that. You may want to get a note from his doctor confirming that he is capable of making his own decisions. You can get a medical POA and a general POA for your boyfriend, if he wishes you to be in control of his medical and financial affairs if he is not able to do so. However, a POA becomes invalid once the person it covers dies. Your boyfriend should take some time to make a will to confirm what items he would want you to have. Upon his death, he can list you as beneficiary on his bank or retirement account so that it automatically goes to you. They have no right to take any of your stuff or animals. Do not let them into your home under any circumstances.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.